In our pressing technique video, we've already covered why the overhead press is so fundamentally awesome. Now the issue is that because of our chronically sitting and sedentary culture, a lot of people are in that forward text neck position where the chin is too far out, the shoulders are rounded, and trying to go overhead ends up in a lockout position right here versus truly overhead. To create a better overhead press, we're actually going to start to learn from the ground up. So go ahead and come on down to half kneeling, Annie. Now when Annie starts here, she's going to emphasize something about the half kneeling position. When I narrow my base, it's going to be more challenging to stabilize. Whoa! No? Oh, you're exaggerating? Try to get all the way in line. Try to bring that heel and toe. Well, that was over. There you go. Tuck the back toe underneath. There you go. So as you can see, when she gets really narrow on one line, it's going to be challenging her stabilization, which is awesome. That's a time and a place for that. However, in this particular case, we're going to want to also have some strength in this position. So start to walk your right foot back out, a little bit back in, wherever you find to feel strongest. Right there? Okay. And then she's going to take her back foot and she's going to give herself some more stability by wipering at about 45 degrees. Now, all the same pressing techniques are going to apply that we talked about in the overhead press video from standing position. However, now that she's closer to the ground, she gets more stability from the ground, so she's going to be able to focus more on her technique and she's going to get an easier time raising her arm overhead. Go ahead and show me a true overhead posture real quick with one arm, lockout position, where that bicep is in line with the ear. Now Annie's range of motion, her shoulders is adequate for standing, but we're going to pretend that she's just starting out. So. Oh, you already have one right there. Jeez. All right, we're going to leave that in. Screw it. Hey, this is raw, baby. Okay, rack that weight. Now, the other advantage of being in this half kneeling position is that she's going to be allowed to shift her hips a little bit. That is going to allow her arm, again, once again, to go overhead a lot easier. Good. Pull straight down like you're finishing the chin up. Press. If you have to, you can lean slightly. Good. Good. See the other side. And you can switch legs just to rest for a second. Good. Annie's keeping her back foot flat. If you need to, you can bring the toe. So if you start here and it's not as stable enough, you can tuck the toe underneath like this. It's going to provide somewhat of a kickstand for that back leg. Do whatever feels strongest to you. Play around with the position a little bit. Good. Now we're going to go into the short kneeling position where both my knees are on the ground. Okay, short kneeling is going to feel stronger for some people, and again, it's going to just allow you different postures to test to see what is the strongest and most integrated, most importantly for your body. Go ahead and show me a couple presses out of that position, Annie. Good. Rest. The last kneeling position that we're going to utilize is called the tall kneeling position. Now, before Annie was sitting back on her heels, now her hips are all the way forward. Again, she's in the power posture, just eliminating the bottom part of the legs. This is also the time in the tall kneeling or the short kneeling position we can utilize our thigh master technique with a yoga block or something similar in order to generate more tension and really feel what it feels like to have my core fully contracted as I'm pressing. Awesome. Test all three versions, see which one feels the best. They're all great to utilize for different reasons. When you're doing the majority of your programming, working your way up to standing, you're going to pick the one that feels strongest and use the other ones when appropriate just to challenge your stability and your coordination a little bit.